This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Eagles of Houston. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go, set. Close, 10.
Throwing first play is Lance. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Swift going to try up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Swift again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The extra point, and it's the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. That's Bennett. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Lance to throw on second down here. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And Lance now to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Again, it's Lance. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
Trouble, 38. 6, mega. Black shot. Steel, black. Black ultra. Red, cycle. Blaster, stick. Green jack.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
But you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one. And you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And Hurts going to move him around. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking deep for Adams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of 30 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
17. Striker, 3-3. Blue check. Black one.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Trey Palmer with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
63. Crowd left Yanni. Go Silver, ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Oh, some strong running. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hey, 73.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Hurts. Throw left side, completion to Rice. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You look at this Cowboy defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Elliott got with a PLT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
10 cycles.
Option play, here's Pollard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Amari Barno. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Elliott good on the extra point. It's now turning into 7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Bennett bruising ahead. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Watch out now, 52.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Lance looking to change it up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Ready. Six, mega. Black shot.
Now Lance again. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Field, black. Black ultra.
Lance looking to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
52 black. Red cycle. Blaster, 6.
To throw, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. DeAndre Swift to the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Swift has led to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Elliott got the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Lance throwing on second down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. Right down with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 20.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy, crazy, crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them come out, line up, and decide to go for it there, you figure there's no way we're giving this one up, and we're going to turn the ball over for our own offense and get some points out of it.
Yeah, they did. And got his man. It's touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Brown is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Drill green. 6. Mega. Black shot. Go pink.
Now Lance. And now here is another interception. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But Man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here is 3rd and 5. They go play action with Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Swift on his way to a historic performance with 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. Well is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pollard gets it off the option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Hey, green, blaster, 6. Green jack. Fury, yellow.
Lance to throw on second down here. That's complete to McBride. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go, here we go. Blue strikers. Claws red. Yellow, go. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. It's his 8th rushing touchdown of the year, his 11th overall. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Oliver. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
No
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On first down, Hurts. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. They'll go right back to the Wangu. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there to keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
Easy, 63, bang. Hey. Crowd love Yeti. 63.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an out.
He's got a man complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Trey McBride, 73 yards. And the Cowboys are able to claw one back. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Aubrey good with a PAT. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now 2nd and 9. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
And the return will stop right around the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Oliver. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. The tight end in motion right. To throw on 2nd down. Oliver. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And they're going to speed things up here. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Throw left side complete. That's Bennett. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Now they'll audible to something else.
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Aubrey now for the point after.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Eagles 49, Cowboys 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
73.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He'll let this go for Adams. Here's a diving catch right side. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott going on the extra point. Grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Oliver. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Oliver. This pass complete to Pollard on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake. Oliver rolling to his right. This is taken in by McBride. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. They smash. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 79 Bronco. Check out.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Warrior 70. Street. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 18 Raptors. 18 Raptors. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oliver. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing on 1st down. Oliver. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Oliver. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be weird out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Hey, Buffalo 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
19 Lions.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 3 yards. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 35. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Rasheed Rice, 28 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances in the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful, and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oliver. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that goes over the INT and a return for 6.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back to the air on second down. Oliver looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Incompletion is not surprising, but this one is gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Pollard will take it up the gut. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Looking to throw on second down. Oliver escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunately, fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's expected. He's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On 4th down, Oliver. He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Back to throw again. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Tiger Hornet. Hey. Alpha, alpha, alpha.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you make contributions from both sides. And sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And great field possession coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Throwing is Hurts.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not where they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, able to slip across the 45. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your